Today we are standing at the downstream edge of the Mullenbach two-stage ditch in Mower County, southeastern Minnesota. A new culvert was put in underneath the road here, and that has caused a little bit of problem at the lower end. But for the most part, if you look up here showing where the staff rod is, you can see the low flow channel, well vegetated. These benches then go out on 10 feet on either side, as illustrated by the staff rod here. And the whole purpose of this additional bench is it provides some additional water storage within the ditch geometry, as opposed to having water being ponded on the fields. But also it provides a mimicking or a biomimicking of what Mother Nature does by having an active floodplain. The active floodplain in this ditch system is within the ditch geometry. And as a result of that, water can bounce up under storm flow, spread out over these benches, and interact with the vegetation that's there, infiltrate down through the bench, and as a result, we're seeing on average about 20% of nitrate nitrogen reduction from the start of this ditch down to the bottom. So we're standing at the up-gradient side of the Mullenbach two-stage ditch. What you see looking to the north here is a typical trapezoidal channel. And with that typical trapezoidal channel, we don't really have any opportunities for water to spread out on the benches. The banks are well vegetated here, but as water rises, there's really no storage that takes place in a typical trapezoidal ditch. I'm standing on the culvert, which is an older, rounder culvert. This culvert acts a little bit like a cannon in the sense that all the water has to be routed through this culvert, and so it basically increases the velocity, which then will cause scour on the other end. Today, as we look out in the middle of July here, there's a lot of nutrient in this water. I can see algae present, and so there really isn't an opportunity to try to treat or clean up this water. And in the world of total maximum daily loads, this reach of ditch here would be a contributor downstream to turbidity, total volatile suspended solids, as well as which are influenced then by excess amounts of nitrogen and phosphorus. So on the other side of the road, this is the beginning of the Mullenbach two-stage ditch. Basically for the first 75-80 feet, we didn't try to do anything of that because we knew that the shape of this culvert would blast water through here like a cannon, and so this part of the channel is over widened, and essentially there's all kinds of big rock and riprap at the bottom of the channel here to absorb the energy. This did undergo some erosion early on, but our two-stage ditch begins right at the end of this open pool of water, and you really can't even see the channel. It's so well vegetated. It's a small, low-flow channel then with 10-foot benches on either side that then goes from this point all the way down 2,000 meters to Highway 6 in Mower County at the other end. And so it represents a long enough stretch of ditch with active floodplain benches that it can then attenuate the excess total suspended solids or total volatile suspended solids and the nitrogen and phosphorus that's attached to the water here. And so what we see at the other end is a cleaner water clarity as a result of passing through this active vegetative floodplain compared to a wider bottom ditch that doesn't have that low flow channel.